Hello, everyone. I am here with the one, the only, the famous Courtney Cox, guitars for the Burning Witches. Hello, Courtney. Thank you for joining us.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween. How have your festivities been so far? I know it's Halloween night where you're at.
Well, I'm from a Halloween town. Like we take it very seriously. Like my mom back in the day would like gut the house and have people walk through like a haunted house.
Oh,
But here
wow.
not so much. It took me like 3 days just to find a pumpkin to carve. But
Oh, really? Oh, there's
the only
spirits
thing
over
was
there.
if you hear a doorbell, it might be like one of like three trick-or-treaters. So I just left the candy out. It's fine.
You're back in Germany now, but you were back in Philly for a couple months. What was it like being back home for so long for the first time in a while?
I know. I mean, this kind of or that kind of time off, I should say, it was crazy. I didn't really know how to handle it, but because obviously I'm always on the road. But it was great, to catch up with family and, friends and stuff like that. But, towards the end, as sad as I was to go, it took me a few days, like, the blues to get over leaving, but really needed to get back to music. So it was a really good like recharge to have that time off. And now,
Get away.
my eyes are set on back to music and all that stuff.
Cool. Well, the Eagles are back on track. They've got two wins in a row.
I
So, and
know.
I don't
I was
think,
worried for a second.
well, nobody else in the division is any good. So they've got room to make mistakes and figure it out. So I think they'll be all right. They'll get a
Birds,
playoff run together.
birds.
All right, so the Burning Witches have a whole bunch of tours kicking off in 2026. But let's talk about what you guys have done in 2025, starting with the Monsters of Rock cruise back in March earlier this year. What is that experience like for the musicians?
I'll tell you, I miss the weather right now. That was
It
Monsters
was nice.
Rock.
It was really nice.
Um, it's great. You get to jump on this cruise ship and, you always play two shows and like a meet and greet thing. But it's just a cool experience in the way that there's no separation of like the musicians from fans. Like everyone's just together having a good time.
Yeah.
I always view it as like a high school reunion. I run into so many friends from over the years since, I started playing, and it's just a great time. And hopefully we can get on the next one.
Eight of them, haven't you? Eight or 10 of them already, either playing or just as a guest.
My first one was in 2012, and I think I've only missed like two of them, so I don't know which one they're on now. I think going on to 11.
Are you going on the next one? I know the Witches aren't playing.
Well, here's the thing. If they don't schedule our US tour over it, then maybe.
Maybe.
I always jump on stage with someone like Paradise Kitty, and they
Yeah.
already all
Yeah,
needs.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I missed that. Yeah, I didn't realize you were playing with them as well. Yeah, from the fans' perspective, yeah, like you said, it's just amazing. It's not like going to any concert. It's not like going to any even festival. Just with the access that you have to all the artists and just to be able to see them in a casual way, and it's cool. You get to interact with them. Of course, you don't want to bother them too much, but yeah, I mean, yeah, Sebastian Bach was just hanging out in the karaoke lounge, just having a good time. I saw you and a bunch of the other Burning Witches, some other bands just eating breakfast in the morning, or to see somebody like going
And in the
down the
casino,
hall.
right?
So yeah, it's an experience like none other. So if anybody out there can do it, I recommend at least trying it once. So it was
And
really
everyone asks me, like, what is it really like? And usually my go-to answer is like, just imagine being stuck at the Rainbow Bar and Grill on Sunset Boulevard for 5 days straight.
yeah.
That's the fastest
Yeah.
record.
Don't have to worry about driving or anything because your bed's right there. It's
And
perfect.
hydrate. You have to hydrate.
That's true. That's true. One aspect of the Monsters of Rock cruise that you've been a part of for a few years at least is so you think you can shred contest. So I've heard a lot of stories about that, but what is it like for you as a judge, and what is it like for the participants?
For me, it's one thing on the cruise, like my top five that I look forward to. Because one, I get to be a part of a panel of judges that, is made up of like some of my heroes. Like the last one, Nuno, Betancourt, and like, the year before that was Nuno, Joe Satriani, and Michael Wilton, like just a bunch of people I look up to. But it's more, yeah, they say it's like a competition thing, but it's more of like a roast.
Yeah.
So, the poor innocent players
That's what I've
you
heard.
know, practicing and like putting together solo stuff because you only have like 30 seconds just to impress us.
Mhm.
Same amp, no effects. I mean, dry as anything, which is the worst. And yeah, they plan it all out, come out, do a thing, but sometimes they don't know that it is, like I said, a roast, and we're really mean sometimes, but in a good way, if you know what I mean. If
Video.
anyone's roast on like MTV and stuff. But yeah, I feel sometimes I feel bad, but I know it's all in good fun. And I mean, I would, I mean, I play guitar professionally, and I wouldn't do that. So it's nice to be on the judge side.
I'm sure people they get a kick out of it just to play in front of you guys. Yeah, just be forewarned. If you're gonna do it and if you suck, they're gonna let you know, or they're gonna give you a lot of crap about it. But I think it's all in good fun. No one's ever really crossed the line. But yeah, you gotta be able to take some criticism.
Oh, I've had a few that cross the line. Like,
Oh, really?
some just have fun, but man, some get cocky back, and then like the whole panel of judges are like, "Oh, you just messed with the wrong people," you know. But
Yeah, I would be
it
humble with
is.
Later on in 2025, you guys had a really cool tour in South America. This is the first time you toured South America with the Burning Witches. Just from you guys' social media and the vlogs that you guys did, it really looked like a great experience. It was like the crowds are really big down there, the culture, really loves to have you guys down there, and it just looked like a good trip. So, tell me your perspective on that.
Yeah, it was a great tour. I mean, I think we were in a daze the whole time because of all the time zones that we had to travel in and out of. Because we started South America, and metal down there is like religion, so it's always a great time. I mean, everyone goes out for any metal band that arrives there.
Yeah.
And then we went to Central America, then came up to Mexico. Then we had a 7 hour layover at LAX, my favorite airport. Uh, and a 10-hour flight to Fiji, and then like another 4 hour layover there, and then it was 5 or 6 hours to Sydney, and then we
Yeah.
arrived, and like we thought we'd have a day off, we didn't. I think we arrived like in the evening, but it's just the crowds everywhere. And also in Australia, it was just such a great time that you kind of forgot how tired that we all were, and the shows are great, and then before you knew it, we were back on like another 14-hour flight to Europe, and then the jet lag getting home. Oh, it was terrible. I think it took me like 2.5 weeks to get over.
Imagine.
But
Yeah.
it's all worth it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I didn't mention that part. Yeah, the second leg of that tour was in Australia. So yeah, I couldn't imagine going from Europe to South America to Australia in like what, a 2 week span, 2.5 week span. That would just wreak havoc on my sleep schedule. So yeah,
And
even
then
for experienced musicians, that would have to be tough. That'd be a tough tour.
even on the road, like we had interviews and stuff, obviously, to the album coming out at that time. And then they were just like, "Hey, what day is it?" We're like, "I don't know, actually." Like, where am I? What day is it? What time is it? I don't know. I'm here though.
It was cool. Yeah, and that was the first time. Yeah, the Burning Witches have been in Australia, and I know they were itching to see you guys live. So I think they really appreciated it. Let's talk about the new album. The Burning Witches had a new album come out a couple months ago. It's in my opinion, it's the best Burning Witches album so far. I think we can safely say that 2 months out. I've now been able to digest it. It's got a lot of great songs on there: Inquisition, High Priestess of the Night, Soul Eater, Shame. There's like a 5 minute ballad called Release Me, which is beautiful, which I love. So, but no, there's just a lot of great music on this album packed into one bunch, and this is the first album where you've been a part of the process from the beginning. So I think a lot of fans were looking forward to that once you joined the Burning Witches. So tell us what you think about the album.
Um, I mean, even me stepping in to the Coven, it was strange because the Dark Tower was just released when I stepped in.
Mhm.
And they blessed me with like the chance to revamp three of the songs off that album, which is Unleash the Beast, World on Fire, and then the ballad Tomorrow.
Mhm.
So I always had this like, my eyes were already set on the next one. I'm like, okay, let's go. And even touring the Tower record, we were already throwing riffs around, ideas for the song titles around, the theme for the album was already, being thrown around because even being on the road, you're still, thinking for the future. You live in the moment, but thinking ahead at the same time, if that makes sense. So when it came down to, putting our feet down and getting grounded, like, okay, next album, let's go. And I think we started with, I think the first two songs we recorded were Spell the Skull and Mirror Mirror. And then we released videos for that,
Mhm.
those two as well, before even really diving into the album as a whole. But when we got to, all right, studio time, I think it only took, I mean, I don't know if I'm exaggerating or not, but a week, 2 weeks just to get the whole album done, preparing for the studio. And then within the studio, I mean, my parts, I think, took 2 days, 2.5 tops. I think Lala did all her stuff in one day. Like it was really boom, 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 boom. And before you know, all this excitement to, write a new record, it's already done. And then the next part, which is absolute torture, is having to sit on such a record that, we're so proud of
All right, for
for
so
months. So it was torture, waiting for last August, I think what, 22nd it was released. But man, you can't really talk about it. You have
yeah.
interviews and you gotta watch what you say because you don't want to leak anything. But
Yeah,
it
we the
was
fans were dying to get some more information out of you. But it was you had two more early releases as well, which kind of helped, feed us a little bit, before the whole
yeah,
album.
you gotta span it out because if you do
Yeah.
everything at once, then people sometimes forget. So you have to keep things fresh, and it worked out in our favor. So really proud of what we accomplished.
And you guys had two more. Yeah, you had Spell the Skull, Mirror Mirror, had released those videos early. Then you had High Priestess of the Night and Inquisition. Did you
And
guys
then
you guys film those at the same time?
um, Spell of School, Mirror Mirror, they were separate.
Okay.
And then the next three, yeah, we did it in this three videos in the span of I think 2.5 days. I think
Wow.
it always comes down like it's like our number, like 2.5's our number. But it was crazy because I remember we started with, and everything was on the same location, but there was different buildings. But the first video we started with Inquisition. I remember when we were going for like the actual playing stuff, other than the acting, the whole town lost power.
Oh.
Because we were there ready to go like 7, 8 in the morning, as you usually
It
do for a
was
music
in Spain, you said?
video. I'm sorry?
You filmed it in Spain? Is that what you said?
No, no, Nuremberg.
Nuremberg.
Uh,
Okay. Okay.
Nuremberg. In the span of 2.5 days. I mean, and my accent. But yeah, they lost power, and we were just waiting and waiting, and we're freaking out because we're like, oh man, we have to get these videos done. We have two others to do after this. We were really scared, but we work with such a great team, doing the videos and stuff. They somehow found a generator, and then we were back up and running. And then I went last for my parts, and I was really upset about that at first. But when it got to the end of the shoot, I understood why. Because if you see the music video and the amount of fire that I have to play in the middle of,
Yeah.
things that they said like, "Hey, this is why you had to go last. We didn't want to tell you what your scene is, or was, I should say." And they just start lighting things on fire. And like we have to do this in one take because the fumes,
Oh,
because we were like this kind of weird like silo like German bunker thing, and there wasn't that much ventilation. So yeah, it was like
feel
play,
the
play,
like
play, get out.
could you feel
Like
all the heat around you when the flames were going off?
I didn't feel it that much. I mean, there's just like a kind of not like a melting kind of thing because it was kind of stationary, just going up a rope, and
Okay.
then like the pots blasting around. I mean, I didn't lose eyebrows or my hair, so I was happy about that. But yeah, I had to do that in like one take, and then the fire people that control everything would put everything out, and we're all like this running out. But it was worth it, the magic behind everything. And a lot of people think that video is like AI. We're like, no, that was everything in there in life.
Yeah, no, that looks real. Like Spell the Skull had some
Yeah,
Yeah,
so yeah,
that had some special stuff in there, but yeah,
yeah.
that
Tiny
Inquisition
screens.
and High Priestess of the Night was, yeah, it was very like kind of performative, kind of just a raw music video. Yeah.
Yeah. So we started with Inquisition, and then we had Soul Eater next. That was really cool. The different
So
rooms
she was
and
getting five, yeah.
Lala crawling around being Lala in that video. And then we finished with High Priestess of the Night, and man, we were exhausted. But that was more like the laid back, like, okay, old school. We're just rocking out.
Mm.
So it was great.
Yeah, High Priestess of the Night on that one's more hard rock than metal, which I kind of like. Just to change it up a little bit, but yeah, it's more that kind of anthem style. Hard beating like
And
song.
groove.
Cool, and it's
Yeah.
very catchy.
It's like one of those like everyone needs that like anthem song, like balls to the wall or this and that. And I think that's ours now. And it's like a rest for all of us, musically. So
And you guys didn't even need to put a cover on this album. Usually the Burning Witches always put a cover, but you guys had plenty to spare on your own this time. Didn't have no covers.
yeah, like you say, after being in a tribute band for 14 years, I wasn't crying about it. So, but no, we had so much like so many good songs and riffs and all that stuff. We decided, just do more us, original stuff.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So also mentioned that the Burning Witches did release a live CD as well, along with their new album CD. So get that as well. That if you still have a CD player hanging around somewhere, you can pop it in. It's a
Oh,
tune. Also wanted to mention that earlier this year, Courtney and her friend Melissa Vox did a show at Livewire in Chicago. It was a tribute show, and it did classics such as The Trooper, Painkiller, Seek and Destroy. It was a really good time. I was there. A lot of other Courtney and Melicia's fans were there to check it out. But you and Militia go back, quite a bit. How did you guys first meet each other?
That's on the road way back in the day. I'd say I was playing in the Maiden. She was playing for her tribute to Priest called Judas Priestess. And we just became good friends and stayed in touch. And then when the witches were going through all this visa delay stuff, this show was kind of already in the works.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously with the visa, Laura couldn't enter the country or any stuff like that. And I had a decision to either cancel or continue on. And there was that split second of who am I going to get to sing?
Yeah.
And then just like the light bulb just went ding. So I hit up Alicia. I was just like, please tell me you have this day off. And she said, yeah, whatever you need. I'm like, perfect, show's on.
Yeah.
Because, it would be terrible for me to not go through with the show and then like
No, yeah.
home in Delco posting photos and stuff.
Yeah,
It
I've never seen Militia live before, so that was good. Yeah, I'm glad. Obviously, we love Laura, of course, but it was nice that Militia could fill in for that because yeah, she did one heck of a show. And I got a lot of videos on TikTok, and I'll be posting them on YouTube as well of Courtney and Militia doing their thing at Livewire in Chicago. I'll mention that in 2026, we haven't nailed down a day. It would be sometime in March or April in 2026. Courtney will return to Livewire, and this time Laura will come, and they will be doing the road show.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood. We'll get it done. Still keep in contact, with any of the Iron Maidens.
Yeah, time to time. With social media now, it's a lot easier. So most of the time, it's me and Kirsten, the singer, sending funny memes and stuff back and forth videos. We have the same humor, so just stuff like that. Always stay in touch.
And Romana has been out for part of the year due to the birth of her child, and you had Simona, another Dutch girl, to fill in for a little while. How did you guys welcome her into band? Is there a hazing process, or how did that work out?
Well, she actually filled in for the witches way back.
Okay.
I think for a show or two. I think
it was like an emergency, right? Didn't she?
Yeah, like Spain or something like that. So, she was kind of familiar, but I think she was playing my parts at that time. So now she had to go back and learn Romana's parts. But she's a brilliant player, this fast learner, and it's funny as well because I'm like, man, I already have one duchy in the band. Now I got two.
Yeah.
We got the duchies on the road. But it's important. She saved our ass, and yeah.
And I hear Romano will be back in January, or at least that's fingers crossed. That's the plan. We'll see.
I was waiting for the baby's first Christmas onesies today. Waiting on them. Like, send me photos. Baby fever. But yeah, it's really back.
Hey, yeah, I guess I should. I mean, how is Romana and Demir? How's the family doing?
Yeah, they're great. Glowing from ear to ear. Eyes, or smile from, whatever. You know what I mean. But yeah, I'm so excited for them, and it's a new chapter in their life, and yeah, it's gonna be a wild ride for them. And as you know, you have kids, you blink and then they're old.
Yeah, yeah.
So I hope
Goes
they
by
enjoy every
faster,
second of
faster than you think. But yeah, like I
it.
said, I always tell everybody this kid's gonna be raised by witches, so it's gonna be a master.
Yeah. I said, she's not gonna date at all with all of us behind her. I'll be that American on the front step with a shotgun under a blanket. What are your intentions, sir? Anti-CC.
Thank you very much for joining us, Courtney. I want everyone out there to check out Courtney on Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, all the social media. We also, if you're looking to go to a Burning Witches show, which I definitely recommend, there is a U.S. tour in March and April in 2026, and I would go check that out on the Bands in Town app to get your tickets now and get it locked in.
Sounds good. Now I got to go put on my Halloween makeup for the kids.
Yeah, I got stuff going on later as well. So, but good talking to you, Courtney. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was good, man.
And happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween. Talk to you soon.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.